Welcome dear students with a new lesson from the Iraqi Educational Channel. مرحبا بكم أعزائي الطلبة ودرس جديد من دروس اللغة الإنجليزية لدرسنا لهذا اليوم مخصص لطلبة الصف الخامس الإعدادي، والدرس يتناول Further Practice 1 from Unit 7. Further Practice 1 from Unit 7. Let's see what do we have for today. Now the first thing, as usual, we begin with what? With the objectives, الأهداف. So study marked tests, do a quiz, write more quiz questions. إذن راح نحل كويز اللي هو اختبار بسيط، ثم نكتب quiz questions أسئلة لاختبار آخر. The language and the vocabulary that we have in this lesson are revision. Both of them are what? Revision. هي إعادة لما موجود في Unit 7. Now, on the student book, you will see this page. Who was algebra invented by? من قبل من اخترع الجبر؟ Okay, الجبر. And you will see that we have photos. So we have how many photos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 photos. So we are going to what? To make quiz questions by matching the sentence halves and also match the photos with these questions. Okay? And then after that, you have to listen with your colleagues in the classroom to the track. تستمع للتراك المخصص لهذا اللسن و check your answers وتشيك تدقق إجاباتك. Let's see number 1. What do we have in number 1? Who was الجبر? Now, how can we complete this question? We have to choose one of these letters in the second list. So we have to complete with F. So F here, invented by. So the question will be, who was algebra invented by? Who was algebra invented by? And matches this photo. So matches F. Number 2. When were the hanging gardens of Babylon? الجنائن المعلقة في بابل. Now this is the photo that match this question, and the complement of this question is in B. So in B we have probably built من المحتمل أنها بنيت. So the question, when were the hanging gardens of Babylon probably built من المحتمل بنيت. In number 3, the question is, who was the 1001 Nights, ألف ليلة وليلة? Matches what? Matches H, written by, من قبل من كتب. إذن who was the 1001 Nights written by? And of course matches this photo, which is about the 1001 nights. ألف ليلة وليلة. In number 4, this is a question. Which tower, أي برج in Iraq has a what? Matches C, revolving restaurant. يعني المطعم الدوار, revolving restaurant. So matches this photo, which is found in the student book. In number 5, where were the last Olympic Games? الألعاب الأولمبية الأخيرة. Then matches what? Matches E, held, عقدت أو أقيمت. Number 6, where was the first Olympic Games? We have said that matches E, held, عقدت أو أقيمت. In number 6, what was the mascot? Matches D, which is for the 15th Asian Games called الألعاب الآسيوية الخامسة عشر called يدعى أو يسمى. Now mascot اللي هي التعويذة أو شعار الألعاب الأولمبية. Okay, number 7. When was the first flight man الرجل ذو الجناحين اللي جرب الطيران هو attempted يعني شنو حاول أن يطير. In number 8, when was الزوراء zoo opened? Now, as you see here that all these questions are in the passive voice. Now, you know the passive voice means المبني للمجهول. والمبني للمجهول كما موجود لدينا في هذا التمرين عزيزي الطالب هو في صيغة الماضي البسيط. الماضي البسيط دائما يحتوي على was و were كأفعال المساعدة. Then we have the past participle of the verb والتصريف الثالث للفعل. فلو عدنا إلى صياغة هذه الأسئلة أولا تبدأ الأسئلة ب question words أدوات استفهام. who من للسؤال عن العاقل. when متى للسؤال عن الزمن. who also which لغير العاقل. where للسؤال عن المكان. what للسؤال عن الشيء. when and here also we have when. After the question words بعد أدوات الاستفهام we have what was and where. After was and where we have complement and then the past participle of the verb التصريف الثالث للفعل. So here we have attempted, built, and then here we have also called, held, invented, opened, and written. All of them are what in the simple past tense in the passive voice بالمبني للمجهول. In exercise A, you have to check your answers to quiz questions on the student's book. So, what are the answers? الخوارزمي أكيد this answer is for algebra, who invented algebra. Then we have around 600 BCE الجشياري in the 10th century أكيد يتعلق بألف ليلة وليلة. And then we have Baghdad Tower in النسور سكوير يتعلق بالمطعم الدوار. In London 2012 أوري اللي هو التعويذة الماسكت. And we have in the 9th century and 1971 reopened in 2003. هذه إجابات. So you have to match these answers to the quiz questions that we have done in the passive voice بالمبني للمجهول. After that, in exercise B, you have to write 4 more quiz questions. Each question should contain يجب أن يحتوي على a verb in the passive فعل في صيغة المبني للمجهول. Give your questions to your partner لزميلك شريكك بالصف to write the answers حتى يجيب عليها. You must know the correct answers yourself وأنت عليك أن تعرف الإجابات الصحيحة حتى تعرف إجابة زميلك بالصف تكون صحيحة ولا خاطئة. And you have to answer all the questions of the quiz. Now let's see what do we have. Number 1, we have where was sumo invented? So the answer, Japan. 2, where was the first paper produced in the Islamic world? In Baghdad by Yusuf bin Umar in 794 AD. Then the third question, which game is played at Wimbledon? So the game is tennis. And then who was the first watch made by? We have Kotbi and so on. So these are questions for what? For a quiz. Now you have to write 5 more quiz questions. Each should contain a verb in the passive form. The first question, who was Harry Potter written by? شوف عزيز الطالب إنه عندك أداة استفهام اللي هي هو، was اللي هو الفعل المساعد، subject هاري بوتر، written اللي هو التصريف الثالث للفعل. ف the answer is what? J.K. Rowling. And you have to know the answers yourself so that you can check the answers of your partner. عليك أن تشيك تدقق إجابات زميلك بالصف إذا كانت صحيحة ولا خاطئة. In number 2, what was the first glue made from? من أي شيء صنع الجلو الصمغ؟ ممكن تكون إجابة زميلك fish. So you have to know if it is right or wrong. Okay? احنا نعرف إنه الصمغ يصنع من الأشجار اللي هي الإجابة الطبيعية الصحيحة. When was the first automatic answering machine invented? It was invented in 1935 by Mr. Willy Muller. And then number 4, who was the Barbie doll invented by? It was invented by Ruth Handler in 1959. And the last question, number 5, where are VW cars made? In Germany. They were made in Germany. So all the questions here are in the passive voice, which is in the past tense, بزمن الماضي البسيط. وذكرنا سابقا انه عندك عزيز الطالب وصور تصريف ثالث للفعل. It's just like a game that you can do in the classroom, and you have to know the answers for the questions that you have put in the quiz that you have made. Thank you for your listening. Special thanks for the whole staff, and thanks for our supervisor, Mr. Qasim Salman. Goodbye.